Bam. Hello guys, here's Alex again. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, that works. Video capture. Alright. Das. Okay, Audio in. Bam, 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 badam. Right. Dip, 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 dip. Okay, dieser Pegel funktioniert. Okay, das auch. Kann ich doch das hier ausmachen? Das verstehe ich nicht, was das ist korrekt. Ja. Bam, bam, badam, bam. Ihr hört mich? Ja, okay. Gut, Test zu Ende. Alrighty. So, mich hört man trotzdem. Okay. Bebe, brauchst du den TV oder ja. Kannst du ein bisschen leiser machen? Okay. Okay, so, das haben wir. Alright, so, man hört mich, jawohl. Also, dann drehen wir ein bisschen so, okay. Auch hier irgendwie leise. So, ja. Alright guys, hello, here is Kyo, keep it on again, and it's Alex, and today I'm gonna show you Shadowrun Dragonfall. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, so it's actually also, yeah, here's the camera, you know, you can also, it's like a pen and paper, like Dungeons and Dragons, so you can also play it just with your friends as a sort of tabletop game. And all this whole systems, you know, where you usually use dice for it, you can put here, it's put here in this system. And as you can see, there's no continue, so it's gray. So I'm really starting this from scratch with you. So let's hit new game and see what we can do. So first, of course, we choose our campaign. and we go for the Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Okay, we go for normal. I played the previous game, which is Shadowrun, I think one, now I forgot the name. Well, Shadowrun Returns, that's the first one. Yeah, that was nice because it was returning here. It's actually very old. I think this Shadowrun thing concept is from the 80s. So, and they put it, of course, rather early in as a computer game, and now it's here. So, alright, confirm. Let's dive in. So this is really for everybody who likes stories, you know, the role-play game. It's a new play, and as every kind of role-play game, it starts with character creation. So for the fun of it, we choose a female and a race. So we have human, elf, dwarf, orc, and the troll, the mighty troll, which is really, you know, big. It comes, of course, with several stats, but I actually really like dwarfs. Oops. There we are. Now we can choose the class, basically. So a street samurai, a mage, decker, and so also for our Facebook friends, I am just starting now this game from scratch. So we're here in the character creation. It's Dragonfall, so it's for Shadowrun, you know. This is like the rule book when you play it, as I do with my friends, as a tabletop game, as a pen and paper, like Dungeons and Dragons, or in Germany it's called Das Schwarze Auge, and so there are several different ones. And this one is Shadowrun, which plays in the future, like around 2054 this one is. And, you know, you still have humans, elves, dwarves, but it's in the future, so you have also all kinds of weapons, but also magic, of course. But the cool thing is you also have hacking, and yeah, you know, so you have also hacking and a shaman even, so there's even spirits. So the Shadowrun is really huge. So you have a digital world, you know, the hacker, you have the magic world, you have a spiritual world, you have the real world, and all kinds of things. So Rigger is a guy who jumps into vehicles or drones. The physical adept is, you know, using this kind of spiritual power like the chi, you know, to hit hard, or you just go for a nun. But we go for archetype, and as a dwarf I like to be let's go for street samurai, just for the fun of it. So it's a guy of like a physical contact guy, you know. You go forward, you can shoot from distance, but you can also just go close and, you know, use, as the word says, your katana and do magic. Okay, so here we have some female dwarf pictures. That's cool. Hairstyle, no. Beard would be funny as a girl, but well, let's continue to stats. And here the stat points are called karma, so with every run you gain credits, and karma credits is obviously like the gold here. And obviously as a street samurai I need some physical strength, so I will, of course, available, we have 6 karma available. Now it's to 0. Quickness is good, but body, of course. And as you can see, this goes really quick. Dodge, strength. Well, strength is actually also good. Ah, my god. Okay, let's put it into strength, as I saw, because here physically we are already quite good with 5. Let's give us some strength, and we still have 1 left, which is not so much. Close combat, main combat used to calculate the chance to hit with melee weapons. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, we have throwing weapons. Intelligence is not that high. Well, we are dwarf, right? We are not an elf. Charisma. Well, we cannot spend. Okay, so it's quite. Let's go for close. Choose an etiquette is about knowing how to behave in various social situations. So we are, yeah, you know, what basically background story we have. So we're female dwarf. I'd say we just came from a gang and maybe they didn't like us. And now they want us a street name. So what's the street name? Let's see. Maybe let's go for Vendetta. It's a street name, so like an alias, like an artist name. And it's round based as usually, you know, all these original pen and paper games. I kind of like that because I'm not this ego shooter kind of person, you know, where you have to be quick in reaction, like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm too slow for that. I mean, I'm married now, I'm 36, so no chance against all these teeners. So, yeah, I dive into all these kind of role-play games. So, for example, I really loved Final Fantasy. I grew up with Final Fantasy. So, here's some background story. Life was good, easy jobs, regular pay, reliable crew, but things went south and you had to drop off the grid. Put a bullet in the past, start fresh from somewhere new. So, it could be our gang, which, you know, maybe betrayed us or something. The promise of opportunity and anonymity draws you to the free city of Berlin. Yeah, there we are, the German city. So, as I'm a German, so we're good to go. The Flux State, a grand experiment in social order. Corporations, treat careful here. Even the great dragon Lofwire only has so much sway in the constantly evolving power structure of Berlin. The cool thing is of Shadowrun, they have basically their own like slang language. Like sway and, you know, gunner and Jammer is like the runner. And as luck would have it, home to your old partner in crime, Monica Schäfer. It's your third run with Monica and her team. An old castle holdfast 1 hour east of Berlin, perched on a hill overlooking the countryside. The job is standard: smash and grab, crack the vault, grab the data, get out in one piece. A mediocre payday, but work is work. As the team gathers for Monica's pre-run briefing, you pause to take in your surroundings. So, just to give you a little bit of background, Shadowrun, as I said, plays in the future in 2000, around 2050, 54, and because there was like a big awakening, you know, suddenly some humans turned into dwarves, or their babies were looking like dwarves or elves or orcs or trolls, etc. And of course you have also the ghouls, like it's like treated like a zombie virus kind of thing. And the world is ruled by corporations, and you're either a drone, which is like a worker who's working 80 hours per week, or you're like what you're here usually. That's why it's called Shadowrun. You're a runner, basically an adventurer, you know, well equipped, doing illegal stuff, which is of course not liked by the corporations, or even the corporations may use to, you know, steal from other corporations, things like that. But it's a harsh life, and we need to survive. So, as you see, we are now in the surroundings. Save for the faint whistling of the wind, your team gathers near a side entrance to the old castle holdfast, cloaked in darkness. The night is peaceful. You know it won't last, of course. You know it for what it is, a pleasant illusion that will shatter at the sound of the first gunshot. Listen up, folks. Monica Schäfer, you ran with her back in the day, watched her get her first data check. Now she's your team leader and a drag-hot dagger to boot. So she's a dagger, so she can basically hack into any system, opening doors, disabling cameras, and so on. You're on a tight timetable. I want to enter the estate, find the basement, open the data vault, extract the files, and bolt run. 10 minutes top to bottom. Dietrich in Berlin, trying to get home in time for warm talk love. Dietrich Schamann, the old man of the team, he smiles at her, his facial tattoos writhing in the moonlight. So he's a shaman, you know, he can summon spirits which are super strong in Shadowrun. Maybe. How many times have I told you, you can't trust anything that comes out of a dragon's mouth. That true trash will rot your brain. It's educational. Besides, this should be a milk run. Security is supposed to be light, a few automatic weapons, no armor. With a little luck, they'll never know we were here. As I said, she couldn't disable all this, you know, automatic weapons and stuff. Don't worry. Words of wisdom from our new edition. I agree with Vendetta. Yeah. Glory. Razor. Claude. Street Samurai. Yeah, of course, she's also Street Samurai, also female. Her voice is cold and neutral. Her expression plays it. They may only be private security, but their bullets don't know that. I can patch you up if I have to, but I'd rather not have to. So she also can heal stuff. People need to relax. We're professionals, remember? Monica is her arm and speaks into a wrist-mounted comlink. A darkened face shimmers on the view screen. Igor, are you in position? Igor. And the response comes back low and soft, softer than you'd expect from a troll. Ah, so she's a troll. Affirmative. The alarm lines have been cut and I have a clear line of fire on the state service entrance. When you exit the building, the path will be clear. Excellent. Thank you, Igor. Just doing my job, I got. Go start Monica winks at you and strokes her arm. See, we are professionals. Alright people, enough chatter. Our client wants the data from the vault, so we get him the data from the vault. Quick, quiet, and quick. Okay, you said quick twice. Don't talk is on tonight. Glory raises an eyebrow slightly. I told you it's educational. Okay, so they don't take this really serious, and as you see, woohoo, I can pick up stuff. New objective, grab your gear from the van. Okay. That's what I was doing. And there it is. Your gear and some weapons lie in the back of the van. Grab a weapon, grab the rest of your kit. Woohoo! There are few spares to choose from. Rifle is good. Throwing knives is also cool. Machete, yeah. Let's go for rifle for now. You grab your running gear from one duffel bag near the weaponry. Okay, basic medikit, trauma kit. Wow, 1250 credits and so on. Okay, as I said, it's round based, so this is quite good to go. Nice. So usually, of course, I first like to discover stuff before I want to know my surroundings. Nice, they also reduce solar energy. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's go. Enter the manor. So this is really cute, you know, like you have maps. That's also how it looks then in the pen and paper if you meet with friends, you know, and you have this rule book and you have, you know, character creation there, you know, in books. And you can be all kinds of classes, you know, even like more detective kind of guy who's maybe not that good in, you know, kicking ass, but really good in negotiation or getting information, which also is an important part usually of this game. So, wow, this looks really cool. Look at this, we got a dinosaur, we got some really good stuff. Oh, wow, this looks valuable. Slavic artifacts, okay. Nice. Complete skeleton of a theropod dinosaur. Huh. Yeah, very educative game, as you can see. Alright, inspect. What do we have here? Woohoo! The vase in this case looks both very old and very valuable. A fine scrollwork of lapis and gold leaf decorated exterior, and the interior shimmers with the organic beauty of a emerald shell. Your fixer could probably move this thing in a heartbeat. You can't help but notice that the glass encasing it looks awfully flimsy. Smash the glass, okay, vase, you're coming with me. Walk away, maybe I'll come back for you later. Ah, come on, we are dwarf. As you draw your arm back to smash the glass, Dietrich catches it. His gnarled hand tightens around your wrist. That is smart move, Kleine. You have a job to do, and hauling a great big vase around isn't part of it. Ah, I get your point. Payday from the run will have to do. That vase is going to earn me a nice bonus. It can stay. So well. Sure you will. You'll just hold off security while you lug it out of the building. Let's go ahead. Must keep the others. Chucks his head and Derek will make his limit. That's for sure.
Mais que c'est externe ou vous regardez autre chose? Tout, il est géolocalisé H24, je regarde.
Alright, yes.
Mais on peut géolocaliser quelqu'un, mais il le sait, alors il veut l'écouter. Non, enfin, il y a des parents qui localisent leur enfant ne le sait pas, ça dépend comment c'est fait, mais évidemment il y en a certains qui ne s'en rendent pas compte.
Would be nice to have a pre-map, but I guess just have
Sans
to.
son accord, je pensais qu'il fallait télécharger quelque chose de particulier et tout. Il faut avoir son téléphone et son code à un moment donné.
Enemy turn, what the hell? Cool. Turn-based combat, see? As I told you. You are now in turn-based combat mode. Each character on your team has an action pool and spends his action movement and so on. So yeah, of course, I know that. So here's now a rather good defense of 79%. 100% would mean I cannot hit him. Single shot, one bullet. So as the white you see, that's where I can go. And I go here in one turn. And then I still have a good shot, I thought. Well, and here you see the runs I have. Well, I has to do it. Sorry guys that it's so slow, it should be faster usually. I mean I have a... It's... Well, I hit him. But he just, because he has a good cover, I just smashed him with... half of the damage, but nevertheless it's damage. Ah, nice. Single target one will increase accuracy by 15%. Let's just shoot him. Bam. Oh, that sounded like a hit. Oh wow. I think we can get him. And another shot. Whoops. That was rather quick. Okay, this guy can stay where he is now. Oh, there's intruders. Okay, the decker can then go there. That would be Monica. So then we go here and take cover, of course. Magic's operation locked. If your team is responding, decking to override magic operation door lock, of course. Unlocked. Cool. Can I do something else? No, not for now, as it seems. And also a cover here. I'm taking cover there. And the guy... He can summon stuff, so what is this actually? Single throw, one blade, cool. Aim trade, accuracy, cool. Can he Dragon Slayer Isle, the power of trading? What? 8 all friends within 3 triangle with incoming damage reduced, okay. Heal wound. Increase target state chance, blah. Activate. Okay, let's
Et il l'avait pas dit.
That's already
Et si tu un jour tu me trompes et que tu ne me le dis pas,
force to air element fetish summons the force air elemental. That's
c'est
cool.
comme si je l'avais fait.
Ah, parce que vous aviez personne sous la main.
Nice.
Bon, j'avais du monde sous la main pour
Ah bah,
parler,
je veux bien vous voir, Bianca.
mais je l'ai pas fait.
Mais comment on fait voir à son mari?
Alors, j'ai pris 2 crayons,
Groovy.
un rose et un violet.
Voilà,
J'ai fait des saucissons.
Pas mal,
Partout.
pas mal.
Et quand je suis
Il y a
rentrée,
cru parce que moi je serais incapable de
Bam.
dessiner ce fond.
ah, bah,
Missed, of course. It's elemental.
Et puis on estompe un peu.
Ah oui, c'est ça, comme les traces de la lèvre qui a aspiré.
Voilà. Et
Oops,
quand je suis
wow.
rentrée, tu vois,
That was a hit, I'd say.
regarde, c'est fait. Et puis,
Okay.
en faisant un petit peu la tête.
One is there. 50, 78.
Bah oui, séparation.
Il est quand même resté une quinzaine de jours à la maison.
Ouais.
Il s'est pas bien sûr. Et puis, au bout de 15 jours, il avait un chantier.
Here we have cover.
Je le vois débarrasser le chantier et je me dis, il repart. Donc j'ai pris l'avion,
Let's go here first. Okay.
retourné.
That's Monica again.
Avec la même.
You run.
Et donc quand je
And
suis
you take
arrivée à
cover.
l'avion, on m'a dit,
Alright.
ah mais vous connaissez Monsieur Intel?
And Shrewd, she's a street samurai.
Il
Okay.
m'avait pas vu, j'ai dit. Et je me suis cachée derrière un buisson.
Swipe base,
Dans l'aéroport.
damage 7,
J'ai
blah.
pris un homme comme témoin, je lui ai dit, écoutez,
All damage 7, 2 attacks in one action, that's cool.
avertissez que je puisse rentrer dans l'avion.
Vous êtes retrouvés dans le même avion que votre mari qui,
Ah ouais.
Qui repartait.
et qui repartait voir sa maîtresse.
Exactement.
Ah,
Donc au départ, il m'a pas.
calculé.
Il m'a pas calculé. Non, il m'a pas vu. Au départ, il m'a pas vu. Moi, quand je suis rentrée, il n'y était même pas.
Ouais.
Je me suis cachée quand je l'ai vu rentrer. Et quand il
Ah,
ressorti,
that was stupid.
moi,
Okay,
Mais est-ce qu'il y
so
avait la fille à l'arrivée? Est-ce qu'elle venait le chercher?
elle venait le chercher. Bien sûr.
Vous allez vous retrouver en face de la maîtresse.
Exactement.
Et ça, c'est bon. Et qu'est-ce qu'on... Enfin, non, c'est pas bon, c'est horrible.
Ah, c'est génial. Ah non, c'est génial. Je vous assure, c'est extraordinaire. On oublie tout. On ne voit que le côté comique.
Ah bah là, je comprends,
Ah,
parce qu'en
ok.
effet, c'est tellement énorme que... Mais alors, vous avez fait quoi quand vous êtes retrouvés face à cette femme ou
Et là, je suis allée lui serrer la main et lui dire
à elle?
on fait un bec pour vous de votre bonhomme.
Oh,
Je n'en veux
that
plus.
was not that quick.
Ça tombe bien.
Wow.
Piqué, c'est très bien.
Okay,
Pas mal,
Et je suis partie.
pas mal.
that
Puis-
hurts, of course.
Par contre,
That's too hard. Okay, everything or nothing.
Lui, il devait être mal. Lui, il devait être mal quand même. Hein. Mais là, on entend beaucoup de
Ah
choses.
ouais.
Oui, mais on va en parler, on va en
je
parler.
suis très fière de ce que j'ai fait.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, d'accord. Et après, vous êtes fait quoi dans cette ville? Vous avez rien
Eh ben,
fait
après, je suis allée dans un hôtel
Ouais,
et
non,
vous
c'est
êtes
bon,
reparti
c'est
avec des faux suçons le lendemain.
Non, non, non. Vous avez quand même nettoyé avant.
Et elle vous a répondu quoi face à quelqu'un qui dit ça?
Oh, ben, elle m'a dit, mais vous êtes contente alors vous êtes contente que je sois avec lui? Je dis, bah oui, je suis contente maintenant. Non, mais
Ah,
elle était encore
Quatsch.
très, très énervée, moi.
Halt, nein, ich will zurück. Achso, der steht da.
Finalement, vous étiez plus très amoureuse de lui. Donc c'était vraiment de l'estime de vous-même, de l'ego qui a été blessé.
Ah.
C'est l'ego. Découvrir qu'on a été trompé et comme ça. Vous vous souvenez de ce que vous avez ressenti vraiment devant ce ticket? Au-delà, parce que vous l'aimiez plus. Donc finalement, c'était pas un drame. Mais il y avait trahison.
Il y avait une réaction en fait, j'étais trahie. Je me suis sentie trahie. Je me suis dit, depuis le temps que ça ne va plus, que je le lui dis, et il attend vraiment que j'ai 58 ans pour me faire ça, quoi.
C'est humiliant.
C'est
C'est
humiliant.
humiliant.
C'est humiliant.
Oh,
Est-ce que,
Anne.
parce que là, dans votre histoire, on parle vraiment d'ego, est-ce que vous avez eu du mal à retrouver votre ego d'estime de vous-même, de refaire confiance à même à votre capacité de séduction? Plus mal, non.
Plus du tout.
Parce
Je
que
suis
depuis, vous avez rien.
zéro sexuel.
Vous avez
Nice.
depuis lui, il n'y a eu personne.
Personne.
Ah oui, donc zéro
Oh,
sexuel.
ouais.
Ah oui, zéro sexuel.
Comment? Vous aussi? Ah, vous avez fait une croix sur votre vie sexuelle depuis 7 ans. Depuis 7 ans? C'est tristoun, ça.
Ce qui est terrible, c'est
Ça
que
vous
comme
manque
l'a
pas?
dit Ludo, je n'ai plus de
That's
libido
me.
plus.
Ah, c'est ce que je vous demandais, parce que on est encore peut-être dans autre chose dans Eva, et c'est encore une autre histoire, mais vous, vous avez carrément plus de désir. Vous êtes
Yeah.
vacciné.
Vacciné, puis je me méfie
Alright,
même
so
des bons copains.
it's round based, as you can see. So we all, well, okay, we got kind of auto heal, that's kind of cool.
Imaginez qu'il pourrait me draguer.
Alright, so
Ça a commencé
That's for that.
une réaction terrible.
Now let's continue where they came from. I think they came from there, right?
Sur les dernières années, ou les derniers mois avec votre mari, oui, vous avez une sexualité normale avec lui jusqu'au bout. Et vous parliez tous les deux parfois de séparation, parce que vous dites que vous aimiez plus.
Oui, régulièrement depuis très longtemps.
Security
Donc,
code.
qu'est-ce qui voulait pas séparer
Et lui, il ne voulait pas qu'on se sépare. C'est ce qui a été le plus douloureux finalement, parce que c'est un temps perdu pour rien, quoi.
That's not so
Je
good.
l'ai tout de suite.
C'est ça, en fait, il voulait le confort de la relation.
Voilà, il me redonne à la maison pour les chaussettes. Et puis,
Ah, we need to go there, okay.
Très jolie d'ailleurs.
Ça veut dire quoi ça? Un peu brochonné, un peu.
Lui, il est fan.
Un peu. Voilà, un peu quoi? Elle le valait bien.
Voilà, elle le valait bien. Bravo.
Et finalement, ça a sonné ça a mis un terme à votre vie amoureuse, sonné le glas, votre
Too
vie
dangerous
amoureuse.
to hold.
Mais
Wow.
vous ne jamais à un autre homme?
Je ne ferme pas la
Oh,
porte, mais personne
ouais.
ne m'a. Je dis toujours, personne ne m'a donné envie d'aller vers
4
elle.
against 4.
Je dis toujours
No.
qu'il paraît que nous avons quelqu'un qui nous correspond dans la vie. Hein? Ben, moi, je dis qu'il est mort, ce type.
I think the 99% is the
Celui qui était fait pour moi, ben, il est déjà
I
mort.
can hit.
Attendons
Let's see.
d'avoir cette émission fasse son chemin et qu'il y ait des hommes
And
qui se
again.
manifestent, qui donnent envie d'y croire. Oui. Parce que
That was stupid.
la croyance que chaque peau a
Ah.
son couvercle, ça c'est complètement faux. C'est tellement une question de se laisser surprendre, de connexion
Ok.
avec quelqu'un que voilà, soyez très curieuse, très ouverte et vous verrez que vous pouvez à nouveau ressentir une jolie connexion avec quelqu'un, puis commencer par faire une balade, aller
Nice.
boire un verre, etc. Puis vous savez, les choses, l'amour c'est vraiment se laisser surprendre à nouveau. Il n'y a pas un seul homme,
Nice.
il y en a sur cette terre, ça c'est sûr. Il y en a 1000, mais beaucoup plus.
Bon, il n'est pas mort, je suis rassurée.
Alors Eva qui depuis tout à l'heure, je
Nice.
sens que ça fait écho à beaucoup de choses. Alors vous, est-ce que vous avez trouvé quelque chose? Vous avez fouillé dans le portable, vous avez trouvé un
Game
SMS?
list.
Comment ça a été? Plusieurs choses. Ça a commencé par quoi? Ça a commencé par un
Okay, now it's my turn. Yeah, that's how you fight. I mean, it's not that meeting. Ah, cool. Hit his own guy. Funny.
Qui vous échange son cœur pour trouver des informations bancaires.
Nice.
Rien à
Normal.
voir avec ce bancaire, en fait.
Cheers.
Qui était pas très bancaire. C'était quoi ce mail?
C'était plus coquin, c'était des lettres d'amour en fait.
Normal.
Des lettres amoureuses ou des lettres vraiment d'affection?
Affection, tout à fait.
De lui.
Réciproque. Oui, il y avait à chaque fois.
Un échange. Oh, vous avez vu tout l'échange?
Ouais, des rêves, ils s'échangeaient des rêves en fait, des moments.
Summon spirit. Das ist ja cool.
Des
Of
rêves,
course.
Et alors, c'était combien de temps vous étiez avec votre amoureux?
12, 13.
Ah oui, donc on est aussi. Vous avez des enfants? Deux enfants. Ah oui, donc voilà. Donc, vous en étiez où votre histoire d'amour? Vous étiez bien ou pareil, au bien au cœur, vous étiez en train de vous éloigner un petit peu?
Chez moi, il y avait déjà eu une trahison avant, quand mes enfants étaient beaucoup plus jeunes,
De sa part ou de la vôtre?
de sa part. Et là,
Nice.
j'ai fait comme les trois simples, de faire mes...
We hit her
Ouais, vous avez décidé
hard.
de mettre un mot
Okay,
dessus pour
the-
préserver votre famille.
J'aime bien boire, mais je me suis malheureusement penchée un petit peu dans la nourriture.
Oh, vielleicht und da. Let's see.
Donc vous avez pris du poids.
Egal.
Et lui, il en souffrait, ça?
Nice.
Ouais, c'était malheureusement un cocktail.
That was a shot.
J'étais beaucoup
Cool.
moins heureuse.
Alright. But of course you want to know all the
Faire des nuits entières. Donc j'étais très fatiguée.
C'était très marrant.
Oui.
La
Elle
vidéo,
avait aussi
il y a une vidéo qui s'écroule, le physique dans lequel on ne se retrouve pas, et donc moins de vie scientifique, moins de vie intime. Il y avait comme ça un mauvais enchaînement. Et une fois, quand vous avez vu ces mails, vous lui avez appelé, vous l'avez parlé à votre mari?
Pas tout de suite.
Ah bon?
Pas tout de suite parce que j'avais malheureusement besoin d'une preuve.
Alright, there we can check in. Alright.
Elle,
And let's do it, of course, not me.
j'avais pas de
Select
matière.
the decker, of
Et j'entends que
course.
vous vouliez une vraie preuve plus concrète comme ça.
J'avais comme elle, j'avais
Yeah.
besoin de le voir en fait.
D'avoir un ticket de quelque chose, et vous avez fouillé là?
Miracle, equipped, yeah. Programs.
J'arrive pas à me retrouver au niveau du temps, mais j'ai aussi lavé des pantalons, et j'ai aussi vidé des poches, et j'ai retrouvé une carte de
Instant
marquement.
level, that's
Il y a
cool.
quelques années encore, on avait ces cartes de marquement qu'on arrachait.
Ouais.
Et puis, il était censé ne pas être à cet endroit-là pendant ce moment-là. Il voyageait beaucoup pour le travail.
Yeah, so now this is, let's say, the other reality. So now this is a dagger, and then it switched into like this digital world. So you also have your own, so it's like another reality basically. So, okay, creates an assistant expert system program.
Il voyage énormément. Il aurait pu être déplacé.
Enfin là, vous avez commencé
On commence à faire le calcul, tout à fait.
Nice.
Il doit y avoir quelque chose.
Et alors,
Je commençais un peu plus à écouter.
et ça a été quoi la grosse preuve?
Alors elle était très belle, la grosse preuve. Elle est arrivée une dizaine de jours après.
J'ai hyper peur.
Non. C'était une amende.
Yeah.
Elle avait été flashée sur l'autoroute. Mais par malchance pour lui, il y avait une photo. Donc ce serait été chez moi en Suisse. D'habitude, on ne reçoit pas forcément les photos, sauf que vous demandez. Mais là, il y avait une photo, et puis il n'était pas seul. Il n'était pas avec une collègue de travail. Je connais plus ou moins.
Mais on voit sur la photo.
The area effectively that deals to IC and deckers. Oops. Okay, erodes integrity points. Focus yourself. Okay.
Pensant que vous receviez une amende de la voiture familiale? Ouais.
Non, voiture de location.
Voiture de location, donc vous avez quand même ouvert un de ses courriers. Oui. Et là, vous voyez la photo de votre mari avec une femme que vous ne connaissez pas. Voilà.
J'ai pris cette facture espagnole.
Incroyable.
Il y a une photo qui tombe.
Espagnole?
Oui. Voilà.
Ah oui, merci. Maintenant, j'étais en train de faire.
C'est vrai que je vois tous les courriers. C'est pas que je commençais à ouvrir des courriers qui ne m'étaient pas adressés.
Non, c'est plutôt la manière, c'est vous qui verriez ça à la maison.
Et marqué, vu que ça a dû passer par l'agence de location de véhicules.
Elle était comment,
Right.
ta fille?
Now we're good to go.
Normal.
So,
Non mais je dis ça parce que je dis ça parce que je
see, and there's the data store, and you just have to get it.
Donc à insister sur le fait qu'elle avait 20 ans de moins, est-ce que vous êtes
Just
comparés? Juste vraiment pour savoir qu'est-ce qu'on a envie de savoir quelle est sa rivale, comment elle est l'autre.
La première comparaison que j'ai pu faire, c'est comment.
And in the digital world, you're of course extra fast, so you have
Et puis chez elle, j'ai pas vu cette féminité.
like 3 rounds instead of just 2, and of course if you are getting experienced.
Mais non, le cœur de très standard en fait.
Donc elle était pas si bien.
Non, bon, c'est vrai qu'après les pixels de la photo.
And then once you cleared all the defensive programs basically, it's of course in this real game, like when you play this, as I said here, as a pen and paper, it's much more, complex.
Ce qui m'a le plus embêté, c'était
Okay, so we gained stuff, or what? What is this?
La trahison.
Don't know.
Après, par contre, ce que j'ai fait, c'est que
I think
je
we
l'ai pas
have
parlé tout de
to
suite parce qu'il
go
était
now.
toujours en déplacement. Donc j'ai préféré, moi, dormir,
Redescendre un peu.
on va dire dormir, parce que je ne dormais pas. Mais,
Overwatch
redescendre
targets
les
in
intérêts,
area
mais
with your
surtout,
current
je voulais
weapons.
lui en parler.
Okay, and go back.
Enfin,
Vous êtes forte, hein. Vous êtes forte d'avoir réussi à derrière en plus dire ah ouais moi j'aurais pas réussi. Mais c'est
Or, hang on, just to be sure.
vrai d'arriver à canaliser sa propre colère pour se dire je vais pas l'appeler en colère, je vais laisser redescendre les choses.
Basic
pour
matrix,
parler tranquille.
okay.
Pas le montrer aux enfants, pas non plus lui montrer qu'on va pas bien. Je voulais pas non plus qu'il soit
Ouais, mais c'est-
No, I
vous
got
êtes
this,
vraiment
right?
m'épater parce que
Alright, just to want to be sure. Check out. Ta-da! And of course the real world just was but seconds and so on. Okay, cool. So we have that. Bit. Just want to know what happens if I
en
go in
fait
here.
vis-à-vis de vos
Okay.
enfants c'est une
Get to
vous
the
avez
lower,
agi en
grab
âme.
your gear from the van, enter the building, keep the team alive, get to the lower floor. Mission items, pay the enemy kids delivery. Alright. Cool. Yeah, so keep the team alive so far went well.
Vous avez agi en femme, puis j'ai l'impression en plus que quand vous racontez
Elevator,
votre
okay.
histoire, tout de suite, vous vous remettez
You're
en
about to
question.
transition your location. Okay. So far so good. If you skirmish with security setup and alarm, you don't hear them. Monica leads the rest of the team downward into the basement of the powerful manner. Your payday is waiting. The data world lies ahead. Nice. Woohoo! So it's auto-saved. And yeah, so it develops and it really creates a nice atmosphere and nice role play also, you know, you have all these characters, and I think probably there will be a betrayal, you know, and then it kicks off the main story, like a campaign, you know. This is just a run now, which is like a standard thingy, but usually, you know, it creates a huge complex, it's a whole world, you know. As you read, the dragons are the most mighty living beings in this world, and usually also heads of, so the CEOs of corporations, and you know, they have like the whole earth, and there's a huge background already existing content in USA, in Germany, like here now it's Berlin, you know, future Berlin, and so on, so on. So there's really cool story. So if you're interested in this kind of games, you should definitely check this out. Yeah, you can simply buy it also, this one. I think I bought it in English, yeah. So of course, I think even Shadowrun is also an American invention, like Dungeons and Dragons, so that's fine. May have old intel. Still, instructions were clear. The data we're looking for should be just on the other side of this door. And through a hair parting into real black plastic of a data check. A quick jaunt into the matrix, a little digital hand waving, and I'll have this thing wide open. Be right back. Burst of static crackles and a tiny speaker on your screen. Ica still in position outside the estate. Hold on, Monica. Who's in charge while you're checked in? Monica was eyes to she fixes, and in the wall. Lloyd looks cold and distant, just as she always does. We've been through this before, Iger. You're not in the case K anymore, and that chain of command nonsense doesn't fly in the shadows. We don't need rules and regulations to guide us. The same principles that apply to the flux state. Bear me this lecture. Your politics have nothing to do with this. Best get used to it, Iger laugh. Look, it's a simple question. Years of experience tell me that it needs an answer. I was right, Monica. We should have a second in command just in case. Ica stares at you for a moment, clearly irritated, then the twinkle appears in her eye again. She smiles at you as she's to communicate. Very well, we'll do this on Ica's way. Our abject in Vendetta is in charge. Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. The pause in Ica's voice crackles out of the communion. Vendetta? Did I hear right? You're putting the rookie in command? I'm a rookie. I thought you were pro Ica question on me for Tuesday.
Bon, même pas sur l'écran, j'avais pas envie. Je voulais lui en parler. Et d'ailleurs, je l'ai attendu. Il est rentré le soir. Ce soir-là qu'il est rentré, je l'attendais, puis j'avais mis l'amande juste à côté de moi sur le canapé. Je lui ai dit, je crois qu'il faut qu'on discute là. Moi, j'avais le queue.
Like this null sweat is typical, like this Shadowrun jargon. Alright, so now she's checking in. That's her deck, like a, you know, hacker's tool basically. Alright, so what? Oh my god. Without warning, Monica's back arcs violently and her head jerks back, silencing her terrible screams. Muscle spasm ripple through her face and her jaw snaps shut, sending mist of blood spraying from between her teeth. You look down to see a nub of pink flesh hit the floor, the tip of her tongue. Oh my god, what the fuck? The room explodes into action. Glory leaps toward Monica, her hand outstretched to yank the cord from the data check. Dietrich surges forward to wrap the team's fallen decker in a bear hug, holding her against the convulsions that wreck her body. With Monica's unearthly screams still ringing sharply in your head, you are only dimly aware of the door slamming shut behind you. Oops. Help Glory pull the plug on Monica's jack. Smash Monica's cyber deck. Help Dietrich hold Monica down. Smash Monica's cyber deck. Cyberbus was instructed to withstand a bomb blast. Try as you might, you can't manage to crack its casing, let alone damage its internal circuits. While you beat on the deck in vain, Glory managed to yank the cord out of Monica's head. A wisp of oily blue smoke traced its way check to the ceiling. The commingled scents of charred meat and ozone fill the air. You've seen the effects of biofeedback before, but nothing like this. Yeah, obviously. Ooh. Suddenly Monica's eyes flutter open, muscles tremors continue to sort her face, and blood oozes between her lips. You see the muscles in her jaw tensing and the look of concentration in her eyes. She's struggling to speak. Say, just stay with us, Monica. Okay, we are going to get you out. Save your breath, Chloe's voice is strained. She's had a stroke, a bad one. She'll be dead before we're even back to the van. Talk to me, or what are you trying to say, David? Slowly, painfully, Mara wrestles her jaw open. Blood welled up in her mouth, comes pouring out in a slick, covering her chest. She expels a thick, guttural sound that might be a word. Satisfied, she closes her eyes, with the mouth to make the shapes she needs. Fear. With an effort, Monica opens her eyes again and meets yours. You see pain and fear in her gaze, and something else. Hope? Feuerschwinge? Feuerschwinge? Feuerschwinge is actually the name. It's like Firewing of a mighty dragon. A sudden spasm jerks Monica's head back again. She grunts, then her chin drops to her chest and her head tolls to one side. Eyes fix on an object in the next room, a computer terminal. The soft light of a cursor blinks on its screen. Slowly she attempts to speak again, but the only sound that emerges is a long, strangled croak. A look of resignation washes over Monica's face, and she stops fighting. Her gore-slick jaw goes slack, and she dies. Okay, so much for an easy milk run. Monica, no, that isn't happening. We've got hostiles. This clearly isn't a data vault. We need to get out of here fast. That's a good decision. Well, then, let's get people pay for this.
Je pense qu'à la base, il n'a pas.
What is why? Adrenal pump? No. My God, she's dead. Haha.
Il avait, enfin, pensait que c'était ça. Elle pensait juste que c'était son petit ami, quoi.
Now it's with the claws. Hand razors.
Au départ, il est toujours avec elle aujourd'hui. Ah, il est devenu 12.
Now come on.
Ils habitent ensemble. Mais il me manque un maillon, c'est-à-dire, pardon Florent, je vous dirai pas un maillon. Vous avez tout de suite décidé de le quitter quand...
Well, he's the only one who can actually enter at night. Terminal, building vendetta. What? Building maintenance software, command line interface, internal memory, checksum, invalid, vendetta. This terminal's printing your name out over and over again, vendetta, you'd better get over here. Okay, that is really creepy. Scans the room nervously. They've sealed the door behind us. We've got to find another way out of here. What are you doing? He's trying to tell me something about this terminal. It must be important. Well, any ideas? Something tells me we're going to have more company soon. Before I figure this out. Tiny text continues to scroll down the terminal screen. Has been detected with the core component of MacPOS, restore MacPOS to factory default settings. Yes, no, warning, restore. Of course, yes. Processing request 0 complete. As you watch, the number on the screen slowly begins to climb. This is going to take a while, of course. You glance down at the second screen to see that the facility is on high alert in place of a simple data vault. It seems you've stumbled upon some kind of massive underground complex. Oops. A map of the holdfast ground indicates that security forces are en route from multiple angles. The doors currently being rebooted by the system's restore process are flashing a dull red. Oops. If you're reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the holdfast's old servants' entrance on the western side of the building. At the moment Iger's image winks onto your coming, I can sound the image is grainy flapping. Now, what's going on down there? Rookie, talk to me. What? We couldn't save her. Now we have to get out of here. Look for... Her sense is thick, but when she finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts out with another word. Her turns to face to you, her movements smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the play, Vendetta? Our escape route will open in a minute. We hold tight until then. Say we kill every direction who enters this room. How does this sound? Many can find a way to open the doors, but it's going to take some time. Pain criminalized a bit. Of course she did. Thanks to her we might get out of here alive. Now let's find some cover and wait for the door locks to disarm. And we make a break for it. Until then we make and pay her money. Thank you, Liebchen. Okay, so survive for 10 turns. Oh, okay. They will come from different angles. Okay, so she's good. She's not so good. And he's good. And oh, das ist ungünstig. Eins. Zwei. Drei. Oh, I should change, of course. Was ist das überhaupt? Irgendeine komische Drohne. Da ist drauf. Jawohl. Ja, von da kann ich die immerhin mit 74er. Nice. Lightning. Area. Na, das ist doof. Dieses Paste. Let's get some
Hallo, kennen Sie das auch? Sie putzen das Zimmer und trotzdem fühlen Sie sich nicht sauber an?
nice. Nice. First we take her.
De nous retrouver pour notre premier direct de la rentrée. Vous avez
Jawohl.
été très nombreux à nous suivre tout au long de l'été, mais aussi depuis le retour des inédits en début de semaine. Merci, donc un grand merci pour votre fidélité. Merci également pour tous les messages d'amour et bienveillance que vous nous avez transmis tout l'été. Je suis vraiment très heureuse de vous accompagner pour cette troisième saison. Ça commence aujourd'hui. Une saison qui
54.
s'annonce riche en émotions. Vous commencez à nous connaître. Et de l'émotion, il va y en avoir aujourd'hui. Vous avez certainement déjà vu le visage du jeune homme que je vais vous présenter dans un instant. Il s'appelle Loïc et il y a quelques semaines à peine, il a publié une vidéo qui est devenue virale sur les réseaux sociaux. Je vous propose tout de suite de regarder un extrait et je suis persuadée que ça va vous parler. En quelques jours, cet appel à l'aide de Loïc a été partagé plus d'1 million de fois sur Twitter et il a été vu 260 000 fois, je crois, sur Instagram. Regardez ces images.
Je m'appelle Loïc Fourcade, j'habite dans le sud de la France. À 8 ans, j'ai été adopté. J'ai été adopté et le juge a décidé de me séparer de mes frères et
Okay.
sœurs. Et depuis ce jour-là, je n'ai plus aucune nouvelle d'eux. J'ai ma petite sœur
Ah,
qui me manque le plus.
nice. Like a main boss. The figure loping toward you is big even for an orc. The majority of his body is sheathed in a suit of heavy overlapping plates. Oops. What you can see of his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched tight over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. Security given. Alright, friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking, steal a vase or two from a museum. No harm. Maybe I'd let you scamper away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. Gaping more of the minigun jerks up on. Loaded with malice, drop your weapons and surrender. It's military-grade armor he's wearing. Vendetta, armed against small arms fire, will have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about the armor than I'm about that minigun, though things can tear a man in half. You have 3 seconds before I open the hose. Step out here and surrender, and I promise I'll make this easy. Face me, you're gonna kill us either way. How about you drop your enormous gun and step over here instead? True, I can't deny it, but wouldn't it be easier if you didn't fight back? The orc shrugs and you hear the distinctive whir of his vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. The barrels begin to blur as the wheels whip and face you. Oops.
Je souris parce que Loïc me regarde de façon extrêmement sérieuse. Vous êtes un peu stressé, Loïc.
Okay, 2 rounds. Hit and run. Hit and run.
On va être très gentil aussi avec nos invités. Est-ce que vous avez quel âge, mec 17 ans, donc c'est pas simple de se retrouver sur un plateau de télé à 17 ans. Je vais prendre soin de vous, Loïc, et je vais prendre soin également de Mourad, que je salue. Ça va, Mourad? Je me permets de
No
te
chance
tutoyer.
to hit.
14 ans, ça va? Pas trop stressé? Bah, en direct, à 14 ans. Ton histoire est incroyable. Et puis, il y a eu aussi un vrai élan d'amour et d'admiration pour toi, pour une vidéo, et c'est ça qui est fort, que tu n'as pas posté toi-même.
Was ist denn mit dem
Un coup du destin. Est-ce que tu peux me présenter celle qui est à tes côtés?
Restores teammates life is 25% of the total health consumed, blah blah blah.
D'accord. D'accord, vous avez une relation particulière tous les deux, je crois, très forte. Hein.
Die hat auch hier einen Haufen.
Vous êtes stressée, vous aussi, Marianne? Un petit peu, oui, un petit peu, mais très clair, oui, oui. Oui, très clair. Merci en tout cas d'avoir accepté de venir nous raconter votre histoire exceptionnelle aussi. J'en profite pour saluer aussi Jennifer et Julien qui sont aussi un petit peu angoissés. Bienvenue parmi nous, je suis ravie de vous recevoir. Vous voulez nous raconter une histoire très émouvante, une histoire de combat de parents. C'est vraiment ça, parce que vous venez nous parler de Tiliane, de quoi
61.
il y a un handicap moteur. D'accord. Et vous aussi, on peut dire que les réseaux sociaux ont bouleversé votre vie? Tout à fait.
Jawohl.
Dans le bon sens. Dans le bon sens, oui. Ah, ça fait du bien de parler ça aussi. Elle est toujours très positive. Souvent, on la reçoit pour des sujets. Elle nous accompagne pour des sujets très lourds. Marie Peset, docteur en psychologie, que je vous remercie. Et aujourd'hui, elle est heureuse. Elle est heureuse parce qu'on va parler de solidarité, d'optimisme et que ça fait du bien.
Oh ja, nice. Blast of Lightning did also this ongoing. Nice.
Merci beaucoup, Marie. Alors, Loïc, je le disais, votre vie, je peux te tutoyer, parce que j'ai 3 fois ton âge. C'est là où normalement vous rigolez, parce que vous savez que ce n'est pas vrai. Donc, merci. Alors, je disais, ta vidéo a fait vraiment le buzz sur Internet. On en a beaucoup parlé. C'était
Ist
quand
nicht.
tu l'as posté?
Il y a 2 semaines.
2 semaines et demie. Le 12 août, précisément. Elle a été partagée combien de fois?
Alors sur Twitter, 1,1 million. Et sur Instagram, 360 000.
Est-ce que tu t'attendais à un tel effet boule de neige?
Take this.
Vraiment pas du tout. Et à partir du moment où il y a des célébrités qui ont...
Okay, die muss da jetzt ran. Ach du Scheiße. 48%. Was ist das? Pre-Flash Big Grenade. Non-lethal das.
Et tu les avais interpellés, c'est-à-dire que récemment ta vidéo, tu les appelais à partager
Adrenaline pump contracts the adrenaline glands pump they got a full of adrenaline and
Donc tu as été même surpris de ça.
4 rounds plus
Comment tu
1
expliques
EP.
un tel engouement autour de ton histoire? Alors ton émotion dans cette vidéo est extrêmement touchante. C'est ça qui a fait que tout le monde s'est reconnu dans ton histoire, tu crois?
Mais de mettre les émotions, de toute façon, ça, de suite, ça touche plus. Et
Ah, c'est fort.
je sais que ça allait tourner, mais peut-être pas autant.
Mist, really?
Et en plus, sur Twitter, c'est même pas moi qui l'ai partagé, c'est quelqu'un d'autre.
Ah,
C'est une personne que je connais
Ah
même pas.
ouais.
Même pas un ami à toi?
Je connais même pas, il l'a partagé et je l'avais même pas vu que ça tournait là-bas. Et j'ai reçu un message me disant qu'elle avait fait 1 million sur Twitter et j'ai été voir.
Pour le Flight and Targeting Enemies, das.
De l'Instagram, Marie, évidemment. Et évidemment, quand on appuie sur le bouton publier, on sait que voilà, la vidéo va être vue par milliers, parfois, de personnes. Est-ce que au moment où tu as posté, tu postais ou juste tu as lancé une bouteille à la mer sans trop réaliser ce qui se passait?
Je me suis rendu compte parce que quand même, je dévoilais quand même toute mon histoire. Donc, c'est marrant. J'ai hésité quand même à la poster parce que c'est.
What do we have here?
Il y a même des gens de ma famille.
6 damage, 10 damage. Komm schon. Jawohl. Nochmal.
Est-ce que tu nous permets qu'on en parle? Dans quel contexte tu as grandi? Quels sont tes souvenirs d'enfance?
Alors j'ai vécu entre alors de l'âge de ma naissance jusqu'aux 3 ans, j'étais avec ma mère.
D'accord.
Et j'ai été enlevé de ma maman, j'ai été placé en famille d'accueil. Après j'étais enlevé de la famille d'accueil, je suis allé en foyer jusqu'à l'âge de 8 ans. Je suis resté pendant 5 ans en foyer.
Tes souvenirs datent tes premiers souvenirs, tes souvenirs les plus anciens, ça date de la période où tu vivais avec ta maman?
Non, j'ai pas trop de souvenirs de la part de mes parents, c'est vraiment en foyer. Vous voyez, j'ai beaucoup, et même la famille d'accueil, j'ai été.
Nice.
Donc tu as été placé en foyer ou en famille d'accueil quand tu avais quel âge?
À 5 ans.
À 5 ans.
Ouais, non, mais là,
À 4 ans, tu as été...
en fait, je sais pas trop, mais.
Oui, tu étais tout petit, mais en tout cas, tout petit, tu as été placé dans les familles d'accueil parce que tu avais entendu passer par une fois. Tu avais des frères et sœurs?
Oui. Là, on était 6 en tout.
Ça, je m'en souviens.
Ça, je m'en souviens. Et j'ai appris plus tard, en fait, on était 9. Donc.
Mais dans ton souvenir, vous êtes
Oh, the drone, my god.
combien de frères?
2 sœurs et 3 frères.
One more turn, okay.
Non, 3 sœurs et 2 frères.
Ok.
Ouais, c'est le stress. Hein.
Non, je sais, par rapport à ton soir.
Okay, jetzt hätten wir schon mal.
J'ai 3 sœurs, alors j'en ai pas. Je comprends.
Voilà.
Donc t'as des souvenirs, t'as des flashs de ta petite enfance?
Surtout ma petite sœur. Ouais. J'ai beaucoup de flashs avec elle, mais.
Ta petite sœur de combien de temps? Vous avez combien d'âge de
1 an, elle a 16 ans.
1 an.
Irgendjemand noch schlimm verletzt? Bitte.
Elle est toute petite.
Ben, c'est flou, c'est
pour ça que
ouais, et c'est juste des
The door unlocks with a loud click. Your escape route is clear.
Passer dans un foyer ou une famille d'accueil.
Alors, du coup, je restais juste
D'accord.
après, j'ai été placé en foyer.
Ok.
J'étais 6-7 mois. J'ai un et je suis allé direct dans un foyer. Après, je suis resté. Donc, par la suite, maman elle est décédée.
What?
Et j'avais pas connu mon père. Du coup, j'étais au foyer.
Là, tu étais encore en contact avec tes frères et sœurs?
Okay, where's now the escape there?
Tu nourrir des souvenirs de ta fratrie.
It's still full.
Parce qu'ils étaient tous placés dans des
Okay, it's now it's about to run.
Je sais pas.
Pas exactement. Juste que je sais juste mon histoire en moi, puis voilà.
Ok, je comprends. Et alors après, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Donc tu as appris que ta maman était décédée, et donc après, tu
Donc
as
on m'a parlé
d'adoption.
d'adoption, on m'a dit que que du coup j'allais être adopté et peu de temps après il y a mes parents adoptifs qui ont commencé à entrer en contact avec moi, donc j'ai reçu des lettres, des photos, des colis avec des bonbons.
Oh my god, he's so
Ça t'a marqué, tu vois,
so
on se souvient
dead.
des détails.
Ouais, j'étais en colonie, je recevais des bonbons, ils sont dévoués.
Ah oui, alors.
Is all of the damage from the most recent attack shares a
Après, tu t'es bien adapté dans cette famille?
Okay.
Ouais.
Moi c'était où? C'était du coup dans le sud, dans les Pyrénées. Et
Why is this
oui.
nothing?
T'avais quoi comme caractère?
Okay, he's so dead, but well,
J'avais encore les réflexes de foyer.
what can we do?
C'est-à-dire que dès que quelqu'un m'embêtait, je le tapais.
Ah oui.
What? No.
J'étais mal poli. J'étais en foyer. Moi, je parlais
Uh-oh,
toujours que c'était
uh-oh.
au foyer, donc il fallait se défendre pour tout.
Ah, he's bleeding.
Et donc, à partir du moment où j'ai été adopté, c'est là où mes parents m'ont plus éduqué, ils m'ont appris qu'il fallait être respectueux et tout ça.
Donc, plus calme.
Ouais.
Est-ce qu'au fur et à mesure où tu grandissais, il y avait des souvenirs parfois qui remontaient, des manques? Comment ça s'est passé?
Ben, des souvenirs, j'en ai tout le temps. Des souvenirs, il y a des moments où on n'est pas bien, en fait, on pense au passé. Et je pense que ça arrive à tout le monde, que tout le monde pense à son passé des fois. Et du coup, j'ai des flashs et tout ça.
Des flashs de ta petite sœur?
Ouais, c'est ça, beaucoup.
Et puis, il y a un copain qui joue à la guitare aujourd'hui avec toi, c'est Anthony.
Bonjour.
Salut Anthony. Donc là, vous êtes copains à la vie à la mort.
Ah ouais, ouais.
Ah ouais,
Alright.
vous êtes rencontrés à quel âge à peu près?
C'est un CM2.
En CM2. Je sais plus quel âge on a en CM2.
Je sais pas non plus.
D'accord. 10 ans, une dizaine d'années quoi, à peu près, une dizaine d'années. Ouais. Et toi, t'as une petite sœur en fait.
J'ai une petite soeur et une grande soeur.
That's kind
D'accord.
of
Et t'as une relation
mom.
particulière avec tes sœurs?
Bah, je les aime comme mes sœurs, quoi.
Oui, c'est vrai, t'as raison, ma question était un peu nounours. T'as parfaitement raison, oui, t'as des relations très proches. Et c'est le fait de voir Anthony avec sa petite sœur, ses sœurs?
Alors, le voir pour ça, mais quand même,
Yeah, nice shot.
sa petite sœur, que oui, elle me
Right.
j'aimerais être avec elle, j'aimerais être avec ma sœur, et blablabla, mais
Simply
ça
run.
donne envie de la retrouver. Parce que lui, du coup, il était là, c'était l'exemple pour sa sœur, et moi, j'avais pas.
No.
Ma sœur, il n'y avait pas un exemple.
À quel moment l'idée de pouvoir peut-être retrouver tes frères et sœurs, et notamment cette petite sœur dont tu nous parles, et a commencé à émerger en toi?
Was it smart? Don't know.
La quatrième, je me suis dit, bon, faudrait peut-être que je me lance dans les recherches là, que j'essaye d'être là pour ma petite sœur, et j'ai commencé à en parler autour de moi, autour d'Anthony,
Bien sûr.
qui m'a toujours soutenu d'ailleurs.
Ouais.
He's
T'avais un
gone.
dossier, là,
He also should go.
un moyen de faire ton enquête, de mener ton enquête?
Alors, au tout début,
It would be funny.
Et donc, sur les deux, j'ai fait des recherches de mon côté. Donc, du coup, j'ai
I have two actions still.
la mairie de Roubaix,
Come on.
tous les
Okay, let's go.
foyers, j'ai tout appelé, il n'y a personne qui me donnait de
Aucune
réponse.
information. T'avais rien du tout.
That was close.
Par exemple, la mairie, elle a envoyé là-bas aux archives.
Rises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. From the look on her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. Sized up. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. The run was a trap. We can talk about this later. For now, we need to pack out. Monica didn't make it.
Du coup, j'ai vu que ça marchait pas, je me suis dit non. Donc, du coup, je me suis dit,
Oh,
peut-être que c'est
was
ça.
it?
Au début, j'avais plus baissé les bras et je me suis dit, il faudrait que je sois un
We can
exemple pour
talk
les gens
about
qui
this
n'arrivent
later.
pas.
For now,
Les
we've
gens
got
qui
to get
voudraient
the hell out
retrouver,
of here. Matter of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. Pile in people and vendetta. When we get back to the quiet spots, we're gonna have a little talk. What? Gonna have...
Ouais, forcément, les gens ils disent pas, ils regardent aujourd'hui.
Elle est pas mal tournée vers chez moi, donc elle fait, je crois, 12 000 likes.
Kreuzberg, if you know Berlin, you know the quarter Kreuzberg. Kreuzberg, home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently Monika Schäfer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Kreuzbazaar, a safe port in the eye of a storm. Right back to the Kreuzbazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood as the van veers past potholes and garbage piles. The glare of street lights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly deparks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, so like a metro system. U stands for underground. A well-kept secret providing your team a safe passage into the Kreuzbazaar. Your safe house waits on the other side. Well, I think now we'll get into talking. As I said, it's really a story. Let's get inside. So here's the metro. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner I can get drunk. Alright, then let's go. It's really dirty here. This is the hideout. You step inside and the crater of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Paul Amsel. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal maker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. So, here his eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Igor's fury, Monika's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. Did it happen? I've seen Monika hit black icy before, and this was something worse. Emotions robotic and spare. Monika died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right, Igor thrusts a gloved finger into your chest. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Poke me again, I dare you. It happened. She checked in, she screamed, and she ceased. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Say nothing would be also cool. But we are a bit aggro. Recalls in surprise, then breaks into a feral grin. You're threatening me? Seriously? Her hands bunch into fists. Take a swing, please. I'd love an excuse to cave your face in. Edge, this is a Sinin, what? Vendetta did well in there, Igor. You didn't see it, and I know you don't believe it, but she did. So do us all a favor and shut it down, okay? Shut it down? Fuck that. Iger turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich, you know that, but you don't have my training. None of you have. It was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. So focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Ams's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? You don't have to answer that, of course you know. Cat died while you stood there and watched. This is all your That is enough. Comes out more, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iger, you and Vendetta can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk, action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. Small city could be important, so hold nothing back. The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. Long enough to say a name, Feuerschwinge. Peggy paused for a moment before responding with Firewing. This is unexpected. Have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Great dragons, yeah, now you tell it. The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who disagree, but they never experience the terror of living in her shadow. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but you're for Germans of my generation. The name Feuerschwinge is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. That's why this game is probably called Dragonfall. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Feuerschwinge was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Takes a deep breath, slowly reads it. There's a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. Doctor, I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually the firing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. But it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rockets fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the Sox. Yes, that's really cool. There's a big, radioactive area where nobody wants, and this event was called the Dragonfall, indeed. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrates Vauclair as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. So as early years of the awakening were traumatic, Iger, not just on a national level but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had turned to the world a new source of terror for a revolted public. In 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise. Well, that's just 2 years. In light of such turmoil, it isn't a surprise that Dr. Vauclair and Fire were forgotten. Dragons faced the day's news. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Forschung is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a gleam of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? His voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is in ancient history. Forschung has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. Texting. I will look into this and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? The estate was just... He appeared to be the head of the security. This is not much to run. Do any details about this all come to mind? Any distinguishing feature that I could look into? Was an older guy for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he'd had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a Lake Team hospital, then maybe medical records. That's something I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run? No. Not that much is clear. Wasn't a mine enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. In time, there was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? That's all we've got. That's not much. Fuck you. Sorry. Not see his face is drawn and tired. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin graft in a long-forgotten world event. Yet we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? You haven't said a thing about our client yet, Paul. You're holding out on us. Whoever sent us knew what we were waiting into. We were set up. Whoever sent us knew. I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. His rents. I warned her. I told her not to take the job, but she assured me that it would be a cakewalk. I was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I know much like the man, and I certainly never trusted him, because she would do anything for a cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux, and that was all it took. Track down Monica's client and press him for information. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters was in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably gonna wrap it. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information from Winters, and we need it fast. There is a man here in the Kreuz Bazaar, a Turk named Altup Burgatzi. He owns a little soy cafe shop just down the way. All the cafe cases. This man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. You think you would know something about Green Winters? When I discovered Monica's new association with Green, I contacted Altup. One of his people has been keeping it tabs on me ever since. I did not trust the man. Good reason it would seem. I talked to Altup and see what he knows about Green Winters. Very well, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already. Maybe. Yeah, meet with... So we got new karma and everything. Still, I can talk to Paul. In the time, it appears that you are his eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information from not yet? No. Dietrich. turns his head to approach his aging face and blah 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 blah. Despite all this, there's still an aura of power surrounding him, and he says, Dita, welcome, I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. Take the bottle, you go ahead and toast me, I'm drinking too much. I don't drink, but I join you in floating on memory. You drink too many, I have job to focus on. If you go on, then won't be the first thing you drinking on. Dante? Oh, the friend is Dante. As you start towards the safer store, a large four-legged form steps in the corner. Dante Monica's dog. Enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as that head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Don't worry, boy, we'll look after you. Decided Monica's dog knows me eyes well. Heals but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago, turned into a full-blown whole. Stop, kept. That's when I realized something that had happened. Looking, oh. I see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. Grab Monica's bag of soy jerky treats off the table and give one. Dante takes the treat in his mouth, but it's clear he has no appetite for it, and jerky drops to the floor. To you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is crying with you, and Dante takes a rapt breath and releases it, and a slow, melancholy smile plays across his well. The part of Monica lives on, and Dante returned to the safe house when you're finished with the out-of-mind finding. A little luck, he can help us locate criminals, and we can get the bottom of this. And now I think we should all take a moment for Monica. Okay, so we have Dante, but I want to talk to this troll lady. Iga, plus. Cool, equip, das finde ich gut. Well, there's nothing. Who said glory? Glory is cool. Oh, it's beautiful in a wavish sort of way, a feature almost elvish and deadly, because something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome glories of cyber from head to toe. She looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she's of skin and bone, and the shadow individuals such as this are anything but uncommon. The glorious cyberware is first generation, all of it bulky, invasive, practical museum pieces, almost obsolete well before she was born. Aloy, how are you building it? Any thoughts on what we should do? I have a question for you. I'm not big on sharing sports, personal reasons. You understand, I'm sure. She's not interested in continuing the conversation. Sure, I understand. Blah blah blah. And now let's give this troll lady. You can see that she's huge, you know, like more than 2 meters. Okay, I'm a dwarf. I got glares at you, and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's. There's something I can do for you, fearless leader. Yeah, you can apologize for that little outburst that you had. On the rest of it, you're wrong about me. I intend to prove that to nothing right now. She plies through clenched teeth. You want to step away from me, Vendetta, right now. Don't, unless you intend to make me leave. Yeah, it's tempting, Vendetta, it's really fucking. But no, I won't hurt you, not unless you give me reason to. Wrong about me, I intend to. Not right now, we don't push me on this, Vendetta. One of these days we're gonna hash this out, and you can talk all like about the clusterfuck that killed my best friends, but it won't be today. Ah, what a pity, I would love. Okay, so, let's see what's here. Nur für Mitarbeiter. That's funny. Oh yeah, okay, there's the exit. Streets. Let's go to streets. Oh, and I have a dog. He's really accompanying me now. Nice. I have a dog who is following me. Yeah. Okay, so basically you can nearly talk to everybody. Moritzplatz, nice. It's really like Berlin. It's cool. And there's even an editor in this game, so you can create these levels for yourself. Lane. I'm not surprised that there often comes an expiration date. Some Beckenbauer. One platform. Okay. Where do we have to go actually? I don't know. Isn't there something like a map or something? Is this the direction I have to go or something? Where am I? Oh, there. Ah, yeah, cool. So this is the part where you gather information, which is as important as the rest. Woohoo! Altug. Well, we don't need to manipulate right now. Ah, Turkish ragazzi. Then behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close by. Dante, I will fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on an knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation. But I wish if he needs more cantering seen to in the future. I'm always happy to write. He tells me you are developing the menu for a friend of his now. I believe I want. Yes, of course. Oh, wise one. Come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear the coffee grinds. Oh, Kami, as you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin. He snaps her gum and hurries back into the room she came from. Michael Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. Likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. You would be kind as to run a small errand for me, a rifle, really? I hate to trouble you, I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. Trifle, I'm not your guide, traveling in paint. Either Dojan again. You are already being compensated, most masterful of mercenaries. You not recall? Kami is fetching you information where returning the favor would be the courteous thing to do. Of course, what do you need? Wise Lords nearly whispered, the errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data tabs to build work as part of my civic duty. You understand these tabs provide free magic access for all who live in the Quartz Bazaar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, anonymity, each tab's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I wish for you to visit each data tab and reset it. There's no catch, I assure you, it is time consuming and a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the tabs and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. It's just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. Time of your return, I should have the information and located. Okay, so now it's of course a running job. Okay, so this. Now reset. Okay. In the neighborhood, huh? No hint. Utensils back. No, we're not stealing. Oh, come on, just give me a hint. I don't want to walk here over every little thing. I find it. Ah, there. There's the second one. And then I guess the third one is somewhere here. So this is obviously to make you... Ah, there it is. Oh, phone rings. As you are resetting the data tab, you notice that Sam has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machine takes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken of. You find you can make out two distinct voices: a little woman who sounds like a heavy smoker and a man who speaks with a tone. Just heard, Monica. Need to verify. Good for us. A sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery. Not anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step. Wait, isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. More either. The bell start up, all you can hear is the sound of machinery. Tries people starts up trying out everything. A bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of doors slamming shut and the noise of machinery suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic. A nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. You type, how may I help you? Silence. The tone changes, becomes more business-like. I heard. Yes, he knows. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I'm an idiot? The council needs to meet again. And now, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course be even more challenging. From my perspective, the question was only stable because of her. As she really is, well, we'll see one day. Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux center. If a door will get at the curve, she fills the line, you can make out anything or walk away. Okay, therefore for the flux, then the phone is ringing constantly. It's an old obsolete phone boot. A monotone pitch adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The shock ventilator's contact for the keys is no more, and it is listed as a follow-up contact. Our only secured line to this keys. Please listen to the following instruction carefully if you are a supporter of our course. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific. Obtain a copy of the information returned here and submit it via the port. The receiver will verify. Copy is just in colors of mail free to will be taken for sought after information returned us. Okay, so now we bring it back. Now we will see if Mr. Green Winters is paying the Turkish guy. Wow, running. Behind the counter is the broad smile and open classic to a street vendor. Welcome, I'm not offending, welcome. And how can you see at the table like cup of coffee? I finished your little refill. Ah, I could assume you had no difficulties? No, not at all, it was good. Difficult? No, one of the tabs had been modified. Of course they were. In the flux everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know power moving panics? You ought to stay here. If ending, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat as my ankle tape. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. Listen to that. Oh, tell me all is not keyholes. Did you hear on the surrender before? News travel fast. These two are known to me. Is there more? He hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolidations. The death of Fräulein Schäfer must have hit him hard. I gave him a small nod and she hurries out of the room. She is gone. He transfers to enter. With my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. She knew how important. My stick cam just handed you should contain all the information I require from our chef in the field. Should you require my service in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Okay, chef is of course not boss. In German, chef is boss, but chef here of course means the cook, and then like as code for spy, basically the agent. All right. Okay, let's just got some new hints and then I think we close for tonight, but it's really funny. Ah, see, they're all queued up already. Let's see if she has something else to talk. And the best of times, come back later if you want to talk. Okay, then get her repairs that you improve. Did you get the information about Green Users? Yes, I spoke to her. He gave me this memory stick. Let us see what his agent has to say. Amber snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. Navigates a series of command line menus and a wall of Amber takes floods on the screen. Amber scans it, mouthing the words of his eyes filled back and forth. But his agent tailed Green Users to a hole in a cesspool of a Keats called Drogenkippe. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Drogenkippe. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside of the hole, but he confirmed that he is still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? I slings a rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Lorraine and Dietrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, I got him. He rises from his chair, drawing himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look her in the eye. You are enjoying nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Vendetta is the right choice to lead the team. There is a long pause before Iga speaks. When she does, comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contribution to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Through clenched teeth, her words are measured, but her expression is lit. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge again. And that is the reason we're still alive, Iga. She kept us together. She let us out of there in one piece, making her your #1 girl. Also, this is more of your flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? What? Iga's voice tightens for a moment. Her control slips in her face, contorts and look where that cut her. She straightens her to forehead. Let me give you a piece of advice. In the field, only 2 things matter: the mission and survival. Everything else is ridiculous. Politics have no place on a Shadowrun detachment. Can I say we're German? We have a history of strong political views. So if the tone of resignation turns to a voice, screw it, let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Vendetta, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a job. If you'd rather she take the lead, I'll abide by that, but I want to hear each of you say it. Give it a rest. I have no quarrel with you, Iga. I'll do as the crew wishes. It's a waste of time. We should be out looking for King Winters. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger into your chest hard. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears lay back and lets out a low growl. Flexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, Vendetta saved all I respect there. You may not believe it, but she did. The way I see it, that means I follow her lead a while longer. Those voice is uncharacteristically gentle. And I trust in Iga's judgment, therefore I trust in Vendetta's judgment. It's finished, Iga, who speaks softly, but his tone is firm. His vengeance, I intend to see it done. We are in awe. My name is Vendetta, so I should pick the first of over our heads, but whatever we stumble into tonight, it seems I'd do whatever it takes to keep this team in Monica's legs. Taking your advice, Iga. Running in the shadows is simple work, survive. It's a life great high. Iga, could you grab me a psychic? This is so mean now. Naja, this is too pathetic. Ja, eigentlich das ist der Last One, ist der nicest. Nee, kein Talking. Optional investigate your mission computer. Indeed, I have transferred the information that we received from to the computer on the next room. I used to be Monica's personal workstation, and now it is yours. kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest you viewing the notes when you have the time. Turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen, confronting how eagerly await your return. I won't suggest driving to Dragonfall as the roads aren't safe. Taking the U-Bahn would be faster anyway. Thanks for the tip. I got the U-Bahn. It is, and I want your opinion. Ask for it. But says nothing. She turns away from the checking equipment. Leans into whisper into her ear. She's right, friend. It's generally a bad idea. So putting down to a teammate like that, especially in front of the rest of the Nice. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. When traveling to new mission locations, you will be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they will be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action next time you return to your safe house. The team become permanently incapacitated on a mission. They will be patched up and ready for safe house. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some boom or trauma kits into the field. These can be purchased at Street Dogs office in Kreuzberg. Okay, that's what was actually triggered with the shaman guy. Alrighty. Your workstation and mission computer, the command center for your team's operations, and your last link to the memory of Monica Schaefer's head. Thoughts and words live on in the machine. At times it's easy to forget that she's gone. The cool blue tones of the workstation make me feel the screen. A blinking message in the upper right corner notifies that you have 0 unread messages. Check your inbox for new messages. Oh, okay. You have no unread messages. Also, yeah. Read your old message. Open the jobs directory. Access the Shadowrun BBS. Access Monica's team personal file. The screen flickers to life and Monica's face appears. Her hands are on her hips and she's my hey, Ace. If you're reading this, it means that I've either died or stepped down. Latter, but probably for former. Not many Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. I'm sure that you'll do a fine job in the role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man and he knows how important it is to me. Guys, one last thing is Ager might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's a fair bet that she already has. Remember, she brings something to this team that nobody else does. You'll want her on your side. Advice to you is this: hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Is this: hold your own with her, so you're on ground. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason to then. Because Monica said so. She half turns away from the camera, then returns attention to you. The image is uncanny. Oh, and by the way, if you watch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back at your box. What if something skipped? I mean, Shadowrunners. My advice to you is most of all. I have faith in you. It's up to you to justify that faith. Why Ace? Komisch. If you open the active complete jobs. What's this? Oh, I hope it's not like a manual. Successfully search for keywords post paid data for sale. Whatever. This is interesting. Watch was NG on T2 Glory on Aiga, what to say about Aiga? She's smart, she's strong, and she's one hell of a soldier in a close-up fight. I've seen her take an entire security team with her shotgun. She's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing. We train sniper on the team. All in all, we ensure one hell of an advantage thanks to her. There are some disadvantages to all of the military training has left her how to stay rigid, I suppose. One of these days, this situation is going to come to a head. Just hope that it doesn't happen soon. Again, something was skipped. Others, I wasn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists, maps, timetables. She wants it formalized. I don't think that she realized it by giving her what she wants would destroy this team glory indeed. Put up with it for more than a day or two. I know that I wouldn't, but pushing all the same. One of these days the situation is going to come to a head. I just hope it. Watch Monica's entry on your side. That's cool. Data my secret weapon. Enough with Data to know that she's trustworthy, good in a fight too, but all of that, it's good just to see her again. There aren't many people left from the old days, far too few. Well, she was always the best of them. She takes a deep breath and shakes her head with her back. God, that was sappy. Mental note, record this before and Data gets a chance to see. At any rate, if anything happens to me, it's good to know that she'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what I would want, but it would be best of the team. Gloria damaged Enigma. I've known her for almost 5 years now, but I don't think that I've ever really known her. I doubt that one will on an operational level was solid. The charm was maybe old, but then I've seen her take a troll apart with her hand razors and when she's running, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of all of that, Gloria is a competent field medic. I don't know, between her school with a medic kid and teaches magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries in our line of work. That's luxury. That's really all that I know about Laura. She keeps to herself, bad talks and spinners. I think I've seen this kind of behavior before. Of course, something bad happened in her past. I think she's still running from it, and I'm sure that her cyberware ties it into somehow. Maybe someday she'll open up to me. I'd like to think that she will. We'll see, I suppose. Did one of my dearest friends and a shaman of tremendous power, good man to have at your side in a fight. He's teaching a support role with magic and dramatically both the combat victim from the land fighter like Agor, and she ships her down capital management. Oops. Okay, and finally on Amsel. Paul, a talented, well-connected field of continental over Berlin. He's more to me than that, of course, but that's neither here nor there. Of course, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Alright, but nothing on... no information on anything. Okay, guys. For today, I call it a night. So next time we can continue on the next mission. I'll show you a little bit of that. So as I said, it's nothing like first shooter action stuff. It's really about story, reading background, you know, but also getting there. But also when it's coming to a fight, like about tactics. But generally it's a story you play basically, and you get the feeling you can influence it a little bit by choosing the different states, the different comments you can make. So yeah. I'm much like into these kind of games, like when you play a story and so on. So I hope to see you next time. I will see if next week I play again this or make a pause and I show you another game, but for sure it will be fun. So all have a good night and see you next time. Okay, bye bye.